speech about women from Venus and men from Mars. Please give a warm welcome to Keisha.
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and especially Meghan. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Knowing most of the people in here, I know that most of us are married. I'm not sure of the marital status of the guests, but I would say that this is a message that resonates with everyone. And even if the guests aren't married, presumably you've been in a relationship, or maybe one day you'll be in a relationship, so it's something that everyone can really identify with. So it was a good topic, and a really good foundation for your topic. I thought that there were three things that you did excellently. The humor. I don't know if all of it was intended, because I was back there snickering at some parts that no one else was. But I thought that it was really well done, the intended as well as the unintended parts. They were sprinkled throughout the speech, so right from the get-go, where you're talking about digging like a ferret, which I don't know enough about ferrets to know that they dig, but that imagery was really humorous and made me smile. The second thing you did really well was your tone of voice. You don't naturally necessarily have this big, booming, resounding voice, but you use it well. I was all the way at the back of the room. I never had a problem hearing you, never had a problem understanding. Your vocal variety was good. You varied between just your normal speaking, and then also when you're talking about your husband and you're getting all frazzled, you know, you really scaled well going throughout the speech. So that was excellent. And then the last thing, as I mentioned, the basis of your research. I mean, the topic of your speech was research your topic. And so to have some source material to actually enhance your anecdotal evidence that you provided was really strong and really good. If I was going to recommend a few improvements, as we all always look for here in Toastmasters, the first thing was in relation to the humor. It was so funny, and people were laughing throughout, and I didn't feel like you were feeling it. It didn't look like you were having as good a time as we were. And I felt kind of bad about that, because I'm like, oh, she's killing it, she's crushing it, why isn't she like really living it up? So I would just let your facial expressions match the content and the room, the vibe of the room. Secondly, the motions. I saw you pull a Steve, I thought it was great. Guests probably don't know what I'm talking about, but there's another member named Steve who always just instantly goes out here. He's never behind the lectern. And I liked that you did that, but then you felt a little constricted. And there were moments that definitely could have called for more activity, more broader gestures, even when you were speaking to us, when you were asking questions. Ladies, do you ever feel like your husband doesn't listen? Gentlemen, do you ever feel like your words aren't being heard? You could single people out. You could really use that to connect. And I thought that might have been a little missed opportunity. And lastly, and I'm guilty of this all the time myself, so it's really big of me to try and say this. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. This is your space. When you're up here, this is your lectern, this is your space. This is a safe room. We're all behind you. You don't have to say, sorry, let me go look at my notes. Or, I already told you this. That's fine. That's fine. We're here to hear you, and we are here to support you, so you don't have to apologize when you're at this lectern. But overall, it was an excellent speech. I'm so excited you're back at the lectern, because I know it's been a while, and I'm really looking forward to the next time you speak.